Hello friends, in today's video we are going to learn about a 12th standard topic, that is microeconomics and its scope. So before that we should know the little bit intro about microeconomics. So there are two main important branches of modern economics, that is micro and macro. The word microeconomics derived from Greek word, that is micros, which mean small. So microeconomics means when we deal with the individual unit of economy, and when we do study on a small level, that is called microeconomics. Example: study about individual price, individual firm, individual wages, individual product, that is called microeconomics. And macroeconomics, this term derived from Greek word macros, which mean large. So whenever we do study on a large aggregate or on a total level, that is called macroeconomics, such as total income, total investment, total saving, total supply, total demand, etc. So to explain concept micro and macroeconomics, we'll take one more example. Suppose there is a one big forest. So when we study about entire forest, that is called macroeconomic study. And when we study about a single tree in detail, that is called microeconomics. So microeconomics means study on a small level but in detail, and macroeconomics means study on a large level and entire. Now the concept micro and macro, this concept first time put forward by Norwegian economist Ragnar Frisch of Oslo University 1933. Before that, we should know that the concept microeconomics later on propounded means to make famous. See, micro and macro concept first time introduced by Ragnar Frisch, but after him the concept micro propounded by Alfred Marshall and the concept macro propounded by J.M. Keynes. To propound means to make famous. Next. Now our main focus is the microeconomics and its scope. So before that we should know the concept microeconomics. So microeconomics studies the behavior of individual unit of an economy, such as individual price, individual product price, individual firm, individual wages, that is called microeconomics. So microeconomics study about a single unit of an economy, such as study about individual product price rather than all product price. When we study about individual product price, that is called micro, and when we study about all the product price, that is called macro. One more example we will take. Suppose if we study about the prices of a Dettol soap, so that study will come under microeconomics. So in short we'll go microeconomics means study about any single unit of an economy in detail. Now what are the scope of microeconomics? Scope means what study covered by microeconomics. So there are three important scope of microeconomics: theory of product pricing, theory of factor pricing, and theory of economic welfare. Now theory of product pricing covers what? So whenever we decide the price of any commodity, that time market forces playing very important role. Whenever the price of product decided by a firm, that time he consider two market forces, that is demand and supply. So price of product always affected by demand and supply. So in this concept microeconomics deal with the demand analysis as well as supply analysis. How? With the help of microeconomics we understand individual consumer behavior and individual producer behavior. It means with the help of microeconomics we come to know that whenever firm decide the price of product, that time what will be behavior of consumer toward the price, that is demand analysis, and what will be behavior of producer toward the price, that is called supply analysis. So in short, microeconomics help us to decide what is the behavior of consumer and producer when firm decide the price of the product. Next is theory of factor pricing. Microeconomics help us to study about factor of production, that is N. N means land. Land is a natural resources, so for land we use letter N. L means labor, K means capital, E means entrepreneur. These are playing very important role in a production process. Microeconomics help us to study about a factor of production which are playing very important role in a factor of production. And it also help us, microeconomics also help us to determine what reward we should pay for all the factor of production, such as for a use of land we used to pay rent, for labor wages, for capital interest, and for entrepreneur profit. So in theory of factor pricing we understood macroeconomic study help us to understand about factor of production, and it also determine what reward we should fix for all the factor of production. Next is theory of economic welfare. So theory of economic welfare basically deal with the efficiency in allocation of resources. Allocation means distribution. So theory of economic welfare deal with the efficiency in a allocation of resources. It means how efficiently we have to distribute all the resources which is available in economy. As we know very well, means are always limited and ends are unlimited. Means means resources and ends means desire and demand. So with the limited resources, how we can distribute them efficiently and produce on a maximum level, that study will come in a theory of economic welfare. In short, theory of economic welfare covers efficiency in allocation of resources, and efficiency in allocation resources means how efficiently we allocate all the available resources and how we can help people to get a maximum satisfaction. Now there are three types of efficiency: efficiency in production, consumption, and overall economic efficiency. So efficiency in production means how firm can produce goods and services with the available resources in the economy. It means that, as we know very well, resources are always limited, so how firm can produce large number of goods and services with the help of limited resources. Second, efficiency in consumption means after production of goods and services, how firm can distribute available goods and services among the consumer and help them to get a maximum satisfaction. And third, overall economic efficiency means how firm can produce all the goods and services with available resources and how they help to get a maximum satisfaction on a very high level. In short, overall economic efficiency help us to understand that how available resources to distribute and how to get a maximum satisfaction in economy. So I hope so friends, this video help you to clear doubt about microeconomics concept and its scope. If you like my channel, please like it, share it and subscribe it. This is my YouTube channel. Please like it, share it and subscribe it, and I will make more videos on your demand. So please, if you want to make me more videos, then write in a comment box which video you want to see of economics. I used to make video from 11 to till MCom, so write the topic name. On the basis of that I will make video. Thank you so much. Best of luck. Be safe and stay at home and do study. Best of luck. Bye.